Hey guys, let's take a look at some volume formulas. In this video, we're going to take a look at the volume of a cube, a rectangular prism, a cylinder, and a sphere. Let's take a look together. The directions say calculate the volume of each figure. So the first figure on the left, we have a cube. And we know that a cube is basically a rectangular prism, but all of the length, width, and height are the same. All the sides are the same. That's what makes it a cube. All the faces are squares. So when you go to find the volume of a cube, instead of doing length times width times height, which we're going to get to in the next one, it's really just s cubed. And that's because the length, width, and height are all the same. They're all the same side. So if I wanted to find the volume of this cube here, I notice that all the length, width, and height are all 6. The sides are all 6. So I would just simply do 6 cubed. Now remember, cubed doesn't mean to multiply by 3. 6 cubed means to do 6 times 6 times 6. And you could do that by hand. You can use your calculator. No matter what you get, which way you get it, you're going to get 216 units cubed. Area we leave as squared. Volume we leave as cubed. Simple. Let's take a look at the next one, a rectangular prism. So in a rectangular prism, it's length times width times height. Because very often when we're looking at a rectangular prism, all 3 lengths are either different or maybe 2 of them are the same, but it doesn't really matter. We just multiply all 3 values together. Remember, we've talked about this since multiplication is commutative. Technically doesn't matter which one we label as length, width, and height. As long as we just multiply them carefully, we're going to get the right answer. So here, if I was to say that the volume of this rectangular prism is 8.5 times 4 times 5, I just multiply all 3 values and I multiply that together, I'm going to get 170 units cubed. Awesome. Easy. Cubes and rectangular prisms, they really don't get any easier. Over on the left, a cylinder. Okay, so the volume formula for a cylinder is pretty interesting. I want you to picture a can of something that you have. I often like to think of cylinders also as like a stack of quarters. Imagine you had a whole stack of quarters, it would end up being a cylinder. And basically, the volume formula for a cylinder is the area of one of those quarters multiplied by how tall the stack of quarters would be. That's what this volume formula is. Take a look. Pi r squared. We've already seen that formula before. Pi r squared is really just the area of the circle, area of the base. And then look what the area of the circle is being multiplied by, the height. So if you find the area of the base of a cylinder and then multiply it by the height, you have the volume. And the volume is how much you can actually fit inside of that figure. It's pretty cool. So when I look at the cylinder here and I want to find the volume, I would do pi times r. Remember, r stands for radius. The radius of the base of that circle is 3. So it would be 3 squared and then multiplied the height by the height of 4. This is now volume equals pi. We have to do 3 squared. Remember, 3 squared means 3 times 3, which is 9. So it's really 9 times 4. And 9 times 4 is 36. And you could leave it as this, 36 pi units cubed. That's the most accurate answer when you just leave the pi symbol there. This would end up giving us that the volume is approximately 113.1 units cubed. Awesome. Let's take a look at the last one. Here I have a sphere. A sphere is just the ball. Picture a beach ball, basketball, baseball. If I wanted to find the volume, how much can I fit inside of this ball here? Look at the formula. It's 4/3, so we have a fraction, times pi r we know is radius, cubed. So here, all I do when I look at a sphere is I substitute the 5, which is my radius, in for r. And then I'm just simplifying this expression. Now, when I simplify this expression, I tend to leave the 4/3 pi, and then I cube the r first. So 5 cubed means 5 times 5 times 5. Well, let's see, 5 times 5 is 25, times another 5 is 125. And then I would take that 125 and multiply it by 4/3. So if I do that, I end up getting 500, because 125 times 4 is 500, 500 thirds pi units cubed. I would plug that into my calculator, 500 divided by 3 multiplied by pi, and I get approximately 523.6 units cubed. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.